Welcome everyone to our fall meeting for leaders. My name is Nafisa Williams, Director of Member Support with the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan. We have a packed agenda for you all this evening with presentations from member support, recruitment programs, outdoor experience, product program, retail, and volunteer experience. Before we move on, I just want to go over a few housekeeping items. We will be sending out the slide deck in a couple of business days, so you don't have to take so many notes. We are recording and will post the video to our website. If you have questions, please use the chat function. And if presenters open up for questions, you can unmute your mics. But for now, I am going to ask that you mute when you enter the meeting. Okay. If anyone would like to unmute and join me in the Girl Scout Promise and Law, that'd be great. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. And that law is, I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do. And to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Thank you. That was good. Okay, member support updates. So first, I'd like to take a moment and introduce everyone to the team as it has recently changed. First up, we have Sabrina Barron, Member Support Specialist for Communities 2, 4, 7, and 8. Mary Basil for Communities 2, 4, 7, and 8, First Year Troop Support Specialist. Leah Burian, First Year Troop Support Specialist for Communities 9 through 12. Gail Dembinski for Service Unit Support Specialist for Communities 1 through 6. Daniela Galindo, Member Support Specialist for Communities 9 through 12. Jessica Locke, Member Support Specialist for Communities 1, 3, 5, and 6. Matthew Pruitt, Service Unit Support Specialist, Communities 7 through 12. Stephanie Quick, First Year Troop Support Specialist, Communities 1, 3, 5, and 6. Next up, we'll talk membership numbers so far. We are, for girl members, at 10,724. We are down about 9.5% from last year this time. Adult members, 3,896. We are down about just over 6% in adult members. Lifetime members, 2,507, which is up about 3%. And for total members, 17,127, which is down just over 7%. Next up, we have Sabrina with more member support updates.
All right. I want to talk about the troop update form. So to ensure your troops information is accurate in our system, please have a look at our new troop update form and be sure to complete this every year or whenever you have changes to your troop. If your troop's meeting information changes or you would like to change the desired number of girls the troop is open to taking, please complete this form at any point during the year. Now, it's really important that you guys understand that once a girl joins your troop using the opportunity catalog, we will not move them. So it is imperative to update your troop information so that we have the latest information in our system. Next slide. So 2025 memberships did expire on October 1st. So please check your troop roster to ensure that everyone planning to participate in the new Girl Scout year has been renewed. And troop leaders must regularly check and update their desired number of girls as changes are made to their roster. This goes back to the troop information update form to just make sure that you're keeping an eye on this at all times. And then please mark your calendar for the new leader roundtable. All first year GSSEM troop leaders are invited to a virtual meeting hosted by the first year troop support specialist on Thursday, November 6th. We'll share important council updates, essential troop leader resources, and we'll have some time to network. So the cost is free. You'll be able to register when you receive this in the slide deck. The deadline for registration is November 5th. If you have any questions, you can email Nafisa Williams, Director of Member Support. I want to go ahead and Leah, first-year troop support specialist, will be taking the next member support slides.
Yeah. So we wanted to have the opportunity to talk about a very exciting and special day in the Girl Scout calendar year that is coming up. Founders Day is on October 31st, also known as Halloween. This marks the birth of Girl Scouts founder Juliette Gordon Lowe in Savannah, Georgia. And we often like to encourage troops to plan a small activity or event. I'm sure that girls are busy with trick-or-treating and parties and that kind of thing, but if you have a meeting around this time, we would love for you to have something to do with the girls to celebrate this day. So on this day, we like to honor the memory and celebrate the birthday of Juliette Gordon Lowe. You can celebrate her birthday by completing a Girl Scout Way badge. And we have these for every grade level and they're available. So if you'd like to earn that badge, you can go to girlscouts.org/badges to be able to find more information about the badge for your grade level. And some other things that you can do, you can play Kim's game, which is an observation and memory game. You can act out the Juliette story, honor her legacy by doing community service projects. You can host a throwback meeting. So try activities and badges from another decade. This is great if like troop leaders or parents in the troop were once Girl Scouts. They could bring in their old uniforms. That would be super fun. You can learn more about Girl Scout traditions. So talking about the handshake, swaps, singing your favorite Girl Scout songs, whatever tradition you love, feel free to incorporate that into your meeting. And the other thing that you can do if you're looking to do an outing instead of incorporating something into your meeting, you can always visit the Council Museum in White Lake with your troop, and you get a free tour and a patch, which is a pretty great deal in my opinion. So you can contact Jan, who runs our museum tours. You can text her at the number here. And like Nafisa and Sabrina said, we'll be sending out the slide deck later, so you'll have this phone number. And you can also follow the Council Museum on Rallyhood for more information about tours and other fun events. So now is something that we hope you will participate with us later on. We're going to be hosting a breakout session later on to discuss becoming an administrative volunteer. And so there are a few opportunities that you guys can elect to participate in. You can be service unit manager, which would mean that you conduct regular outreach to troop leaders in your service unit and connect volunteers to resources, as well as facilitating service unit meetings. So we do have some openings available in certain service units, and many of our staff members were also service unit managers at one point too. So it's a great role to participate in. And then first year leader mentors. So if you're an experienced leader and you want to share advice and be there to support first year leaders, that's a great role for you if you're interested in doing that. And then communication liaison, you're providing communication to volunteers in your service unit, either through email or social media. Then we also have resource champion, which I believe one of our resource champions may be on the call tonight too. And so this role provides guidance and knowledge to troop leaders about Rallyhood and other resources that we offer through the council and through GSUSA. And then troop organizer works with recruitment specialists to support girls and adults joining in GSSEM without a troop organization or community. So this is a great way to kind of bridge that gap if there's not, that organization or community. This is the way that we can still ensure that girls are able to do Girl Scouts. So you can contact your service unit support specialist. And so communities 1 through 6, that's Gail Dembinski, and communities 7 through 12, Matthew Pruitt. And then the other thing is that we would love to expand our special interest troop offerings. So right now we have a high adventure troop, and Matt is definitely looking to expand into other categories. So if you are interested in learning more about that and what it would take to kind of get invested in that, you can reach out to Matt or visit gssem.org/specialty. And like I said, we're going to be having 2 breakout rooms at the end of this meeting, one for becoming an administrative volunteer, and Gail will be hosting that meeting. And then the other is going to be with Matt, and he'll be talking about our special interest troops. So if you're interested in either of those things, we would love for you to stick around at the end so that you can go in and chat with Gail or Matt about that.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth
Right, next
Mills.
Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. I thought I'm Mary Beth Mills. I'm the recruitment manager for communities 5 and 6, and I work out of the White Lake Service Center. The other members of our recruitment team are, next slide, please. Keosha Murphy, she's our new director of recruitment. She wasn't able to be here today. And then we have Josh Smith-Bogan, who covers Community 9, as well as Service Units 402 and 1003, and he works out of the Clinton Township Service Center. Alexandra Palazzolo, who covers Communities 11 and 12 and Service Unit 1001, and works out of the Southgate Service Center. And our newest recruitment manager, Mackenzie, I don't know, I just met her today. I'm not going to try and pronounce her last name, who covers Communities 7 and 8 and also works out of the Clinton Township Service Center. Currently, we have a vacant position at the Flint Service Center for Communities 1, 2, and 3 and Service Unit 401. Okay, next slide, please. Recruitment managers are hosting a series of family information meetings at local schools. I'm sure you're all familiar with those, to form new troops or to get families to join existing troops. Feel free to check out where we will be holding the upcoming family information meetings at the website that's listed there. We are busiest in the fall, but we do schedule family information meetings year-round. So if you know of a school or organization that would be a good fit for us to hold a family information meeting to get a new troop formed, please contact our recruitment team at join@gssem.org. Also contact us if you need any recruitment assistance, and the recruitment manager in your community will be happy to assist. So one of the things we can do for you is to make flyers if you have a recruitment event, just for example. Until December 31st, we have a promotion. 2 leaders in every new troop will receive free membership. They are only eligible if they've never been a registered volunteer in the past. And girls who pay for membership and don't use financial aid will receive a $20 voucher for the GSSEM shop. So getting people to attend family information meetings and learn about Girl Scouting is facilitated through Girl Talks, which are in-person talks to girls during school, usually lunchtime. We use flyers, information tables, Facebook, flyers in the community, and online ads like Peach Jar. If you have any connections in any of your schools or communities that would be able to help us with access or promoting events, please let your recruiter know. Some school districts don't allow people in the building during the day. So most of the schools that I work with will not. And so we can't do girl talks, and that impacts attendance at meetings a lot. And some school districts don't allow flyers. Some school districts don't even allow digital flyers. So it makes it really difficult to promote. We also try to attend as many kindergarten roundups as possible. So if you could help with dates of those or contacts, please let your local recruiter know that as well. If you are interested in assisting recruitment at your school as a troop organizer, contact your local recruiter to learn more about that as well. We also go out into the community, as I said, and we host information tables at events. We mostly do this in the summer, but we are able to do this year round. So please share with us any events you're aware of that might be a good place to engage with girls and families. And please feel free to share any suggestions or ideas you have about recruiting. You all know your communities better than we do, so any insight that we can get helps us a lot. And then lastly, I want to reiterate how important it is for you to fill out and submit your troop information update yearly or sooner if anything changes. One reason for this is, for instance, if you have 20 girls at one point and 5 leave and you decide you're good with 15, your troop will still show that you have 5 spots in Salesforce and in the online catalog. So girls can look you up online. When we're out doing family information meetings, a lot of times a troop is not formed and we place girls in existing troops. So as some of you probably have experienced, that leads to girls being put in troops where the leader thought the troop was full, and that just leads to frustration for everybody. So please make sure you fill those out. I don't know if anyone has any questions. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Shelley Pelton. I am not a year in yet and happy to be back home in the Detroit area serving all Girl Scouts in Southeast Michigan. I'm going to do an update for our program department. The world of council programming is fun, exciting, and involving. Next slide, please. At GSSEM, we celebrate curiosity and math, the spark behind every creation. Next slide, please. I would like to introduce you to half of the program team, which is under STEAM, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and it includes the Mobile STEAM Lab. First, we have Lana Yeager-Barstead, who is our program specialist under STEAM, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship. We also have Dwaisha Bolding-Hurd, who is our lead Mobile STEAM Lab program specialist. And we also have Brooke Garland, our Mobile STEAM Lab program specialist. We are a new team, we are enthusiastic, and we have lots of great programming coming. Together, we bring unmatched enthusiasm and creativity to every event, bridging new and innovative concepts in science, technology, engineering, art, and math to girls throughout Southeast Michigan. Next slide, please. We serve and do programming under STEAM, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and our very own new Girl Scout of Southeast Michigan Mobile STEAM Lab. Next slide, please. Girl Scouts financial literacy workshops provide girls a space to learn, to manage money wisely, and make smart choices for their futures. Our team strives to empower Girl Scouts to shape tomorrow, ignite innovation, and build their futures. Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan entrepreneurship workshops help Girl Scouts turn their ideas into action and help make a difference in everything that they do. Our STEAM section at Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan empowers Girl Scouts to be curious, think critically, and create boldly, helping them to see themselves as future innovators, leaders, and change makers. Girls make a great difference. Next slide. We have hands-on experience, and through our hands-on experiences in programming, STEAM, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship, Girl Scouts are building the skills to innovate, achieve their dreams, and lead with courage. We are always mission connected. This type of programming challenges Girl Scouts to discover their character, dream boldly, create fearlessly, and lead with confidence. We are always leading the path to create help girls create their own future. We help girls. Girl Scouts are empowered to imagine more, innovate with purpose, and step forward as confident leaders, confident women leaders. Just a few of our upcoming programming under the STEAM pillar, the financial literacy and entrepreneurship pillar, are women in robots. We are women in robotics. We have had 2 women in robotics events so far. We have another one coming up in December. Girls are building robots. They are learning about AI and taking the AI brain and making the robots come to life. We also have our Girl Scout of Southeast Michigan robotics team kickoff. It is going to be next Wednesday, virtually at 7 p.m. sharp. We also have physics and skydiving. We have 2 sessions coming up before Christmas, but unfortunately, they're all sold out. So please look forward for some more sessions coming after the holiday break. For Financial Literacy City with Junior Achievement, it is going to be in January. It will be the girls immersed in a make-believe city where they will learn how to do finances for shopping, buying a house, even going to the doctor, or taking a trip if money allows. Our entrepreneurship with Kendra Scott, girls learn step by step what it took for Ms. Kendra Scott to become an entrepreneur and what they need to do to become an entrepreneur, help setting their path toward realizing their dreams. And the special thing with Kendra Scott, they get to make a Kendra Scott necklace and take it home. The United States Patent and Trade Office is having Chemistry Day this Saturday. Registration is closed, but we do have a few slots open. If you would like to attend, please contact me at spelton@gssem.org, and I will put that in the chat. Or Matt, please put that in the chat for me. Thank you very much. Thank you, Matt. And as always, I can't leave out our special robotics expo. That is a product of our robotics team. Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan has teams that are kicking off next week, and they will do various things throughout the year. We specialize in kindergarten through 8th grade with our teams. If you are interested, please contact me at the email. It's not too late to join. If you have a Daisy or Brownie, they can join as far as to March. If you have a junior or a cadet, they need to be registered by the end of this month, which is next Friday. Next slide, please. Now I'd like to introduce our mobile STEAM lab. It is the most unique and impactful initiative. It's only programs, and it is the only program that serves boys and girls within Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan. It delivers hands-on learning experience that spark curiosity, innovation, and confidence through their leadership and passion. Dwaisha and Brooke are our program specialists, laying a strong foundation for every STEAM initiative in a one-stop and inspired truck, especially made for Girl Scouts. If you can see the inside with all its bold, bright colors, it was the initiative and idea of our Chief of Marketing and Communications, Miss Yavankia. And if you look at the outside of the truck, it is also decorated in our Girl Scout green with all the things STEM related or STEAM related on the outside of the truck. Next slide, please. The Girl Scout of Southeast Michigan Mobile STEAM Lab is bold, innovative classroom on wheels. And yes, we are bringing science and technology to the schools and big ideas directly to every part of Southeast Michigan. And here's some more wonderful pictures of this dynamic $1,000,000 truck. Here's another look at the inside of the truck. As you can see, we also have 2 TV monitors that help us teach and guide the students in our curriculum. And at the very corner of that picture, you see a table or a desk with papers on it. We are also handicap accessible, and we can get one handicap accessible wheelchair for each session that we have on the lab. Here, students learn most effectively by engaging in active learning. Our lab encourages Girl Scouts and the boys in the classroom, because we are serving grades kindergarten through 5th grade in the schools, to design, build, and test and never fail. We try again. Girl Scouts learn, and the boys, that all attempts are important steps in innovation. The boys and girls in these classrooms try new things and make mistakes in a safe and supportive environment. Next slide, please. The 2 curriculums we are using right now, and we are getting ready to launch several more. The first curriculum I'm going to talk about tonight is Ozobots. It engages the students in coding and design, introducing coding through colors. And as you can see at the top, where the little Ozobot is the largest, they take little tiles, and I'm going to date myself. They do like putting together what are those cars? The little cars that, race car tracks. But we put together little tiles, and they make tracks, and they make the Ozobots do and turn the way they want them to turn. Or they take pins with the bottom left picture, and the different colors represent different things that the Ozobot has commands to do. And there's an Ozobot code sheet, and this code sheet also helps them create coding so the Ozobots go the right directions and end up in the wonderful end spaces. The next curriculum we are using currently is Strawbies. Strawbies is actually little straws, and they have little special ends that connect. It engages the students in engineering, architect, design, mathematics, and coding. And the bottom right picture is a crane. And on the bottom of the crane, that black little box is a microbit. So after a student designs a crane, they can make a human where an arm swings up and down. They can make a boat, and we put the little boat in a little bucket of water. And if they code the microbit correctly, the boat will go across the water. The crane will act like it's trying to lift something. And the other picture just shows you some of the pieces and how they begin to build. But remember, we're getting ready to launch some other wonderful curriculums. And I'll just share one with you. The kids get to play with gummy worms and gummy candies. And they get to learn how to code and make musical notes with the gummy worms and the gummy candies. It's coming soon, but that's the only peek I'm going to show to the curriculum right now. So come and explore our mobile STEAM lab. Please go to the next slide. We hope to see you at all of our events. If you want to register and view our events, please register via www.gssem.org/calendar. And one other part about the Mobile STEAM Lab, yes, we go to schools all over Southeast Michigan. We have been up to Sanilac County, down to the Ohio border, and up to Flint, and of course, all areas in between. But we don't just serve the schools. We serve the community at community events. So you might see us parked out at one of the community events serving the students. But one of the special things that we have kicking off this Saturday is we will be in the Clinton Township area serving Girl Scout Saturdays. So please also go to the calendar and look for the next Girl Scout Saturday. I also would like to introduce Toria Ward-Gilkey, who is the Vice President of College and Career Readiness. She cannot be with us tonight, and I'm going to just read some upcoming things or share with you what she would like you to know. She says, brownies, come cook tasty holiday snacks at Kim's Cooking Creation in Auburn Hills on December the 10th. You will groove to wintry tunes and dive into hands-on cooking to make a variety of delicious snacks, to earn your snack badge. All ingredients and equipment will be provided, making it easy for everyone to join in on the fun. The registration deadline is November 26th or sooner if the event reaches capacity. For more information, please register or contact Noelle, her program specialist. There will be a Girl Advisory Board open meeting for 8th grade cadets through ambassadors on November the 2nd at our Detroit Service Center. For more information and to register, please contact Kaylin, the other program specialist. Girl Scouts and their families are invited to an exclusive Girl Scout event at the Michigan Science Center with fun-filled, hands-on activities. Please join us for the Kaleidoscope of Science Fun on December the 13th. This registration deadline is December 7th or sooner if it reaches capacity. For more information and to register, please contact our Vice President of Programming for College and Career Readiness, Ms. Toria. But for all the programs I have shared today, please visit www.gssem.org. And this is Dr. Shelley, VP of Programs for STEAM, Financial Literacy, and Entrepreneurship, signing out. But just not programs. We have lots of things at Girl Scouts that are wonderful. Embrace yourself and enjoy each one. Thank you. Are there any questions for me? Well, thank you for your time.
Hi there, I'm Jenny Prigler, and although I am not part of the Outdoor Experience team, I am a project manager with membership. I am here for Paige Wigren, who is the VP of Outdoor Experiences and Camp, and she can't be here tonight, but I am here to share some outdoor experience updates with you. I was a leader for 10 years, and we went to camp, so we camp 2-3 times a year, so this is something very close to my heart, and I'm excited to share with you. First, let's introduce the staff. Paige Wigren is the Vice President of Outdoor Experiences, and she goes by the camp name Sturgeon, as I think that's probably a sturgeon she's holding there. And then we have Carly Mazzaro, who's the Director of Camps, and her camp name is Aspen. We have Mary Pierpoint, the Assistant Camp Director, and she goes by camp name MC. We have Amber Downs, the Outdoor Experiences Project Manager, who goes by the camp name Bubbles. And Taylor Hogan is our newest member of the Outdoor Experiences team. They're the Outdoor Education Program Specialist. They work in the White Lake Service Center, as does Paige. Everyone else works up at camp. And Taylor goes by the camp name B. So there's some fun in the know information for you on the camp team. Next slide, please. This is a very cool chart that you'll get in the slide deck. This is the outdoor progression chart, and I'm not going to go with every single thing to read on here, but this is excellent to use with your parents, for leaders, and for leaders to use with their girls when you're talking about the kind of outdoor experiences and camp that your troop might be ready for. So for example, the daisies are just looking out. They're sharing their past experience in the outdoors. They're talking about their favorite things they've done in the outdoor, why they're special, and they're wondering what else they can do outdoors. So the daisies are just looking out, where you get all the way up to the top, where you've got our ambassadors are adventuring out, and they're doing amazing outdoor experiences, but you don't go straight from look out to adventure out. You go to all the little steps in between. So like I said, I'm not going to go over this whole piece, but this is a great resource for troop leaders to use both with your girls and with your families, especially when a parent might come to you and wants to know why the brownies aren't trekking and backpacking and sleeping in tents in the rain already. You can show them where the troop is on the progression chart. So I hope that makes some sense to you. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of our camp properties, starting with our next slide. So this map shows you a little bit about Camp Hawthorne Hollow, which is our beautiful main camp in Columbus, Michigan. And we have several different lodging options at Camp Hawthorne Hollow. You can stay in the villages, which I'll show you some pictures on the next screen, but we're not going to go there yet. The villages are a little bit more rustic, but they're not rustic like a tent. It's like a cabin, but without all of the amenities that you're used to in a cabin. In my opinion, it's a perfect place for your cadets and older to go camping because there's 4 beds in every little village, and then they're all connected with this deck, and you get to share a support building with the other side of the village. And your support building has some electricity in it, which you don't have in the village buildings themselves, which makes it rustic, but you do have some electricity in your support building, so you can bring a griddle, have pancakes on Sunday morning if you want, and you can have lunch and dinner on the fire pits if you like. So there's more options to eat because you have the support building, but you don't have as many options as you would in a lodge. So in our lodges, we have one large one, Maple View, which sleeps 22 people and has a larger living space. So it's the only lodge that actually has like couches and a larger space. So it's the biggest lodge as far as having living space, but it sleeps less people because it only sleeps 22. So the villages are $200 for a weekend, and that's with no programming. That's just for leaders bringing their troops, taking care of your own meals, and that's with no programming. That's a base price of $200 for the weekend. So the lodges are $385 for the weekend. If you have Maple View, which has the living space, most troops are going to be in the cabins. We have 7 total cabins. They sleep 32 each, so you can fit more people in them. It's $375 for the weekend, and you get a kitchen, a bathroom, and a shower. Maple View has a kitchen, but it doesn't have the bathroom and shower. You have to use a shower house. So most troops will end up camping in the cabins for the $375 per weekend. And we also have tent and backcountry cabin, which is more for the older girls who are there on the progression chart. So you can add on extra activities as a troop with the camp staff, and you will have some choices of activities, and you'll find out the exact activities you have a week before you come if you choose to add on those a la carte activities, which all have a price list to them. So unless you're doing one of the outdoor adventures at camp that include meals, you will be responsible for your own meals at camp. But in my opinion, as a former leader, that's the most fun at camp, is the camp making and sharing and enjoying your meals together. So we're going to go on to the next slide so I can show you some pictures of the different areas. So I believe the pictures that we're looking at right now are the cabins. So you can see how they're set up with bunk beds. And then in the area in the front of the fireplace, you see it's all empty there, but you will have all these long conference tables and chairs that you can set up for your meals, or you can be playing games or crafting or doing badge works. So you will have all kinds of tables and chairs that you'll set up alongside the whole middle of it. But if you wanted to have a little dance party or karaoke at camp or something like that, it's all, when you get there, it's probably open up and clear like that, and you can use it that way too. So if we can go on to the next slide, please. These are some pictures of the villages, which are very close to my heart. As I told you, that I really liked going there with my older girls. So you can see the inside of one where there's 4 little beds. And so it's really, the girls think it's really, really special. It's a really nice step up for the girls to be able to experience being a little bit on their own, but the troop volunteers are just in a cabin right along the whole ring. They're kind of in a U shape there. And then the picture on the very bottom is a picture of the support building. And I believe there's like a great big accordion type partition that's not up in this picture, but that you can put up. So there's a little bit of privacy between the 2 groups that are using each side of the village. So in this picture, it's open, but there's a separate bathroom on each side, and then there is limited electricity. And I say limited electricity because there is not enough electricity for your whole older girl troop to plug in all their phones and charge up. There is only about enough electricity to run a tea kettle, a little coffee maker, your toaster, a griddle, and for those troop volunteers to power up their phones. So it is an unplugged weekend for the troop when you come to the villages, and it's amazing. And it's very close to our beautiful hammock village too. So if we can go on to the next slide. This is telling you about some of the different program areas that your troop can enjoy Most of these are for an extra fee, but some of these are not. We have archery that would be an extra fee on the a la carte menu, the slingshot range, which is an a la carte arrangement. The music garden, I believe, is just something that you can go visit, kind of like the hammock villages. High ropes and low ropes both have an extra fee. The climbing wall, the BB gun range, axe throwing, and the arts and crafts studio, as well as Pond Creek study, are also a la carte items. Some of these are very inexpensive backpacks that you can rent. None of these are a lot of money to add on. It just depends on how many that you are adding on. Hiking is perfectly free for you to take your troop hiking around Hawthorne Hollow. There is a fee to use the pool. The pool is open, I believe, Memorial Day through Labor Day, and lifeguards are in the pool, but that is on the a la carte menu. And then the hammock villages are free. So the hammocks are over in the same area by the villages that we just showed in the previous picture, and the girls really just enjoy kind of dreaming in the hammocks and singing songs at night, kind of laying there and looking up at the stars. And I believe we have hammocks now at Playfair too, which I believe is going to be our next screen. So Camp Playfair is smaller. Camp Playfair has the distinction of being the only Girl Scout camp that's on a Great Lake, which is amazing. And my troop as well loved going to play. We would go to Playfair once a year, and we would go to Hawthorne Hollow once a year, at least once a year to Hawthorne Hollow, but always Camp Playfair once a year. We were a smaller troop, so we liked to stay in the Trillium Lodge, which sleeps just 12 people, and it also has a kitchen, a bathroom, showers, and community space with like a foosball table. But if you have a larger troop, we have Ringler Lodge, which sleeps 25 people, and it has a huge kitchen, more of a commercial kitchen, and it also has bathroom, showers, and a very, very large community space. Trillium Lodge is not right on the water, but Ringler Lodge, the bigger lodge, has a beautiful view of Lake Huron. And then we also have the A-frames, which are very similar to the lodges, except for they're a little bit larger. Instead of sleeping 4 people, they sleep 12 people each, but they're similar in that they're kind of rustic. They don't have electricity. They have a shared bathroom and shower house, but that's been improved and is new. So that's much nicer than what you might think of when you were a kid and went to camp. And there's also an amazing outdoor kitchen out there. So if it's raining, you can still outdoor cook when you're staying in the A-frames. And the outdoor kitchen is really, really, it's just amazing. It's a huge, huge covered space. And there's a new tent hammock village at Camp Playfair as well. There's also a whole recreation area that you can play volleyball, you can play tetherball, like I remember playing as a kid, and there's a shed that you can use the kickballs and the other items there, as well as a gaga pit. There's a gaga pit also at Camp Hawthorne Hollow. But Camp Playfair is on your own camping. There are not different programs that you would be purchasing a la carte, although there are backpacks that you can arrange ahead of time a la carte, and you can use the Nautical Museum and the Nature Museum. I'm sorry, did someone have a question? Okay, so, but you do have the beach at Camp Playfair, and the beach is perfect for rock hounding. It is perfect for just sitting and making sand castles and relaxing, for bringing a picnic lunch down to. It's a beautiful, beautiful camp, unlike any other. There are tent sites that you can hear the rushing waters from Lake Huron on if you want to tent camp at Playfair, which is an amazing, amazing opportunity to be able to have. So we're going to move on to the next slide here, and you can see some pictures of Camp Playfair. The one on the left is a picture of the A-frame, so you can see how beautiful it is. This is not heated, though. It is not heated. It is not air conditioned. It is rustic. And then the other pictures that we're looking at on the top are of the smaller Trillium Lodge that sleeps 12. So you can see, you know what, I was wrong. It's not foosball, it's ping pong, but I knew it was some kind of game that the girls enjoyed playing. And you can see there's quite a few tables in here. Oh, you know what? This big one is actually not the big, this is the bigger lodge here because I can see the lake back here. The smaller one is on the right here where you see the kitchen. So that's the kitchen area at Trillium, but this bigger one with the ping pong table is actually Wriggler. So I think I was correct that there's a foosball table at Playfair. This big one though with the round tables, this is the bigger lodge. This is Wriggler. And then on the bottom here, this is the nature museum here. And you can see that it's really, really cute. And this is one of the smaller things that you can reserve ahead of time to do, which we can talk about on the next one. So if we could move up one slide. These are the different program areas that we have at Playfair. So we have the Nature Center that was on the previous picture. We have a Nautical Center, which is the picture that's on the bottom left-hand corner. There is a Gaga Ball pit. There's a Creek Discovery. There's tetherball. There's activity backpacks. I mean, I think they're $5 a girl, but I could be wrong on that. There's a hammock tent village. We have the pirate ship playground that was built to mimic the one that is so popular at Camp Hawthorne Hollow. We have the sports sheds that you can use the sporting equipment to play in the field. And my girls spent like 3 hours just playing kickball and playing tetherball and playing Gaga Pit. I mean, it was just like an extended recess at school. And you really don't realize how much these girls want to unplug and just have fun with each other until you're there and you're doing it. So beach walking, rock hounding, these are all things that you can do for free right at Camp Playfair. Playing volleyball, you can do that for free. So there's all kinds of free things to do at Camp Playfair. And if we want to move on to the next slide, we have an exciting announcement that if you didn't see in the product program group when we had a sneak peek of the rewards, summer camp is back as a 2026 cookie reward. So at 1,600 boxes, girls can earn a week of resident camp or one of the mini weeks if they prefer to do those weeks. So that is what I have for you for outdoor education and camp. If you have any questions, I'm going to put Paige's email in the chat. It's pwigren@gssem.org, and she would be thrilled to answer them for you. There will be a colorful camp brochure coming out real soon with information on summer camp and other things. And thank you, Matt, you beat me. But I hope all of you take the opportunity to visit both Camp Playfair and Camp Hawthorne Hollow. They both have their own personality. They both have their own vibe. And I guarantee that your troop, whatever its age, will find something fun and something rewarding at both camps. And we have all kinds of outdoor education on the calendar that Matt has provided the link for. So whether your troop is interested in STEAM, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, the great outdoors, or some of all of it, there is options on the calendar. So thank you so much for having me. Reach out to Paige if you have any questions, and get yourselves outdoors and consider taking your troop camping. And with the excitement of summer camp as a cookie reward, we will turn it over to the product program. Thanks all.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Just a couple of updates from the product program team as we move into cookie season. A lot of you are probably familiar with the product program team. You see them a lot at the cookie cupboards throughout the year. We have Paige in White Lake, Heather in Detroit, Malia in Clinton Township, Victoria in Detroit, and Laren is the oversees the department. All right, just want to touch base on a couple of important upcoming cookie program dates. You'll see here on your screen, the digital cookie online sales will begin on December the 15th. And then we do have a cookie rally event happening at Legoland at Great Lakes Crossing this year, January 24th. And then our booth reservations will start towards the end of January. So all of this information will be included in your troop cookie kit. Just a couple more important dates. Our troop initial orders will be due January 29th. And for those of you that would like to plan ahead, we will have our cookie delivery dates starting on Thursday, February 5th and going through the following Tuesday, February 10th, where troops will pick a date, time, and location to pick up their initial order. During that time, we'll also have our cookie cupboards open. Those will start on February the 12th and go through Friday, April 3rd to accommodate the cookie booth sales. We'll, of course, have our 2 ACH sweeps that we have had in the past, as well as our reward orders due on April the 10th. All right. Training dates are up for registration for all of our cookie rookie trainings, which are recommended for first year leaders, and cookie refresher is what's recommended for returning leaders, with any new information that will be there. So those are all up on the GSSEM calendar. You can go ahead and register for either cookie training when you are ready to do so. We have a volunteer committee that supports the Girl Scout cookie program here in GSSEM by doing a variety of things like volunteering to help troops that have new leaders. Other things may be helping us at our cookie delivery sites, helping us pack cookie kits. So if you're interested in getting more information about joining the cookie committee, please email the product sales department. We'd be happy to have you help out. All right, so some helpful links that you'll see on the screen that will come in the slide deck as well. I just mentioned the cookie committee. The cookie program resources page will be updated within the next couple weeks, and the cookie request kit is already live. The link is in the chat, so you do need to go on and request your troop's cookie kit. This will have everything you need to get started for your troop, your order cards, all the materials for the girls, everything that they need to get going, and also information about how to get your free box for your troop of the new Adventureful cookie for the girls to sample.
Explore Moors.
Yes, the new cookie is the Explore More. So it is a Rocky Road inspired chocolate cookie. So we're excited about our new cookie and looking forward to having everyone try it with us. Next, I just want to give an update on our retail operations. With the retail operations, we have two locations. We have our Clinton Township shop, which is our main council shop, open Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And then we have our boutique shop at the Southgate office, which is open on Thursdays. And we, of course, have our service center pickup that's available at all locations for online ordering and service center pickup. And if you are interested in doing the service center pickup, the website is there and you can place an order and then you'll be able to pick it up at any of our service centers. So if you're not close to the Clinton Township shop and still want items that are more convenient for you, you can place a pickup order and pick it up at any service center. Just some important dates that the shop is going to be closed with the upcoming holidays. Those are listed here. So please make note of that if you are traveling to the shop, that you check that out to make sure that the shop will be open when you make the trip. Next slide. All right, I will at this time turn it over to the volunteer experience team. Thank you, everyone. We're really looking forward to a great 2026 Girl Scout cookie program. So just last plug to please go in and request your cookie kits. We'll be preparing them very soon. So spread the word to request your troop cookie kit.
All right, good evening, everybody. I am your closer. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Liz. I'm the manager of volunteer experience. Let's go ahead and get into these updates. All right, so GSSEM now offers a brand new training guide complete with live training dates through December 31st, 2025, but never fear, we're going to have our winter and spring dates updated soon. So it's got those, it's got direct links to all asynchronous trainings on GS Learn as well. So if you want to get acquainted with our short and snappy library, you can download the training guide at GSSEM or gssem.org/training guide. You can look and see what's available, and you can click on a link right by the title of the training, and you can get right to it once you log on to GS Learn. And also on the slide, we've got some upcoming live sessions that are going to be hosted by the volunteer experience team. So you can search for the name of the training you'd like in the event list, select your desired session, and then use the green button on the events listing to register via Zoom. We do all of our trainings on Zoom. The only exception to the green button registration is managing troop finances, as that is a tracked training. So that goes through GS Learn. And mental health first aid training, youth mental health first aid training is also an exception because that is our only course with a fee associated with it. Next slide, please. So, speaking of mental health first aid, we have some mental health first aid trainings. We have one training session coming up on Saturday, December 6th, and we strongly recommend this course for any volunteer, but especially those who lead cadets, seniors, and ambassadors. So this course teaches you how to recognize and respond to mental health challenges that youth may be facing. This course costs $30, but much like CPR and first aid courses, you receive a certification to practice youth mental health first aid, which lasts for 3 years. If you are interested in attending this course, the deadline is November 22nd, and we require that at least 5 people register for the course in order for it to run. So please register now if you are interested. And this course isn't just for volunteers. Parents and community members are also welcome to join us. We do offer this course to non-registered members at a higher rate that is $55. Next slide, please. And then Volunteer National Awards, my favorite. So our nominations portal for the Volunteer National Awards is open now. Because we love to celebrate our volunteers. We strive to recognize those who go above and beyond for the sake of Girl Scouting. So if you know a volunteer who has done exactly that, we encourage you to submit a nomination for them. You can do so at gssem.org/vol awards. And in addition to the nomination form, you'll also find award criteria on that page, so you can determine which award is right for the person you're nominating. Our nomination form also contains examples of strong nominations to sort of help you structure your nomination, especially that biography section, because that's what helps staff determine whether a volunteer is eligible for an award that they're being nominated for. This form also allows you to nominate community partner organizations for the Friend of Girl Scouting Award. This recognizes partner organizations who have gone above and beyond by offering free or discounted programming or services, or supported the Girl Scout mission and goals in some other way. So if you're wanting to nominate anyone for the Volunteer National Awards or for Friend of Girl Scouting, our nominations portal closes on December 12th. One other thing that's not on this slide that I do want to mention is if you know of any Girl Scout leaders who are working with girls through the lens of a particular faith, we do have adult recognitions for religious troops and Girl Scout leaders. So you can go onto the Religious Relations Rally, and there's information about nominations for different denominations of Christianity and for Judaism. I don't know if we have any for the Muslim faith, but there are a whole bunch of different religious honors for Girl Scout adults that you can also check out there as well. And I believe that's all I have for you all tonight. So I'll give it back over to Nafisa.
Thanks, Liz. So if anyone is interested in the breakout rooms to discuss administrative volunteer positions and specialty troops, you will be able to join in just a moment. I am going to invite Matt Pruitt to talk a little bit about how you join those breakout rooms.
Hi, everybody. Give me just 1 sec, and I'm going to go ahead and you should have an option now to join the rooms. If you don't see it, Nafisa, I think you might have to open them now.
Okay.
Or wait. Nope.
They're available.
Got it. Okay, there it is.
Great, thank you. So if you all want to join Gail and Matt in those rooms to discuss more, please do so now. But thank you everyone for joining. There is a survey for this meeting. I'll be sending that out in the email that will include the slide deck. If you have some general questions, the staff will hang back for a few minutes to answer them. But if not, thank you and enjoy the rest of your night.